Have you ever considered custom building a table for your D&D games? If so, this video might be for you. This is going to be Dungeons & Dragons Custom Gaming Table. Hi guys, I'm DM Dunn. Today I'm going to talk about and I'm going to show you my custom built gaming table. Now when I started playing Dungeons & Dragons, I probably acknowledged and noticed a bunch of the same issues that a lot of you guys watching probably have as well too. And I wanted to be able to build a custom table that would solve most of, if not all of those problems. The biggest one that I didn't like is having my dining room table, put my battle mat out, and then everybody not having enough room for their books and their character sheets and their dice, and they're getting their stuff on top of my battle mat. I don't know why, but that was a pet peeve of mine. I was like, get off my battle mat. And it just really bothered me for some reason. So I wanted to have a game space that was big enough and enough space for the players that they did not have to worry about their stuff intruding into the game space area, but I wanted to make sure they had enough space for all of their stuff. And that was one of the things that I wanted to do. Now, in order to be able to have enough money to pay for this build, and it wasn't cheap, I actually had a successful Kickstarter with the healing potion dice bottles that I made. And you're more than welcome, if you wanted to still get some of those, you can at the website dmdunn.com. But because of the profits from that, it wasn't as much as you might think it was, because a lot of it was expenses for the materials and everything. But I had just enough that I was able to get my custom table built, and I'm going to show that to you guys right now. So we'll see you in a minute. Here it is without the cover on top of it. Size is one of the things that I really wanted to take into account. So it is 6 feet wide on the short end and 8 feet long on the tall ends. This is the Dungeon Master side with 2 drawers that slide in and out for extra space, books, laptop computer. Down inside, we have 2 cup holders that turn on here. I've got 2 double switches, both with USBs, and a switch with a dimmer switch that controls the cup holders. And all of the cup holders, just 1 cup holder for every position, has a dimmable blue light. So the DM has all of this space. There's a little shelf in there. Can hold some hidden minis. I have it holding the remote controls for the lights. I do have an individual LED light on the DM, so he can change his or her light however she wants or he wants. And then around on the player's side, there are 2 feet wide for 3 different players to sit. And all of these lights wrap all the way around the other 3 sides of the table, and those are all connected to 1 remote control, so it can change colors as well. And then the top, when I was talking about space, I wanted to have 12 inches here, a full foot, so that you could put a book, you could put a clipboard with your character sheets, and your dice and everything you needed, and of course cup holders so that we don't spill anything in the beautiful table. In the center of the table, it drops down 5.5 inches into a recessed television that has plexiglass all the way across the top of it. On one side, I do have a surround sound speaker bar that is mounted to the side. This is a 65-inch TV, and you guys can see that even with the 65-inch TV, there is still roughly about a little over 5 inches from any of the sides before it gets to the TV, which is really nice. Now what's nice is if I'm just playing one game, we can have the battle set up, and if it's the end of the night, we can just put the cover on top of it, leave everything in place, and there's enough room for all of that. So the only cup holders in the middle is for the middle person. Every single person has their own electrical outlet that does include USB so that they can recharge or charge any tablets or cell phones or anything that they're using. Nice deep pockets again for purses, backpacks, books, extra, whatever that they have or that they need. So they have the extra space for that as well. So this is my awesome table. It is so big that I did have to take over the garage. So the garage was no longer the storage space, but I think we like it a lot. Here we have the computer with the battle mat on, and this is what it looks like on the table. The nice thing that we found out about having a 65-inch TV, I did adjust these grids to where they are an actual 1 inch in real life, so the minis can fit and we can measure everything out. I do like using a grid. But one thing that we found out about using a 65-inch TV with a 1 inch grid is that this is finally a battle mat that is big enough where you actually do have to measure to see if stuff is within range. So we've found, ranged attacks can be too far away for normal accuracies at this point. So that's one of the neat things about having the 65-inch TV is we got to make sure that stuff is within range. And it just, if somebody's trying to run away or you're trying to chase, this just makes it a lot more fun because you actually have a lot more space versus having to, take everything off of the table and reset it. It just makes it a lot easier to play with and to use. So hopefully you guys like the table. And if you guys have any specific questions on anything, feel free to write some comments and questions in below the video, and I will do the best I can to answer all of those. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that tour of my new table. I love it. I've had a few gaming sessions on it. The players love it, and we're excited to have it. And if you like this and you like to support us, do us a great big favor. Hit the thumbs up, like our videos, write a comment in there as well. That also helps us out. If you also become a subscriber, we appreciate that. You can support us by hitting our Amazon link, and whenever you're going to buy anything from Amazon, it allows us to get credit for getting you to Amazon. And you can also become a Patreon, which is really, really helpful for us as well. And guys, we thank you so very, very much. And until next time, have more D&D fun with DM Done.